Sir, you're next in line. Are you on the list?
Yo, Rae M's.
Rae M's. Jay-Z, Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift. Rae M's. You're on the list, brother. Come on in, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Oh my gosh, I'm at Sticky Studio.
Wow. Welcome to Sticky Studio. We're here today with Rae M's. The crowd goes wild. All the girls relax. Can you please put them behind the velvet rope?
Yeah, chill. Taking.
All right. He's taken. He's a
Wife
dad.
and kid. Yeah.
Wife and kid. Wifey's probably watching the live. So you just had a kid.
Yeah.
Well, not you. Wifey.
Hey, look, I helped conceive him, all right?
You're part of it. It's 50-50.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to cheer her on and all that shit.
So a baby boy.
Yeah, baby boy.
What's his name?
Zion. Baby Zion. Super Zy. That's what we call him.
Okay.
Super Zy, because he's super smart and super strong.
Is he really?
Yeah, bro, he's strong as hell, man.
Is there a meaning behind Zion? Is that a family name or is it just something you guys liked?
So it's Zion, Z-Y-O-N, because me and her name is like S-Y-P-R-Y. So I know typically it's spelled I-O-N, but you know, we like to be different around here. Switch it up. But the meaning, so his full name is Zion Rashawn Miller. Okay. Zion being the song the Lauryn Hill made for her son called Zion.
Is her son named Zion too?
I believe so.
Okay.
My mom dedicated that song to me when I was a baby. Okay. And the song resonates in some way. My mom, you know, she ain't the most famous person in the world, but she had to make a tough decision keeping me or not as well. And that's kind of like what the song relates to. It's like, you know, didn't plan for this, but it was like a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Ray's mom.
Yeah, fair. Said I'm all Dukes. I could have not been here at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, Mom, but I think she did try to go through with an abortion. It just didn't work. Okay. I don't know if she like took the pill or something. And like, you know, I was like,
you're a miracle baby.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, during birth, she had to do emergency C-section because the umbilical cord was around my neck. So
wow.
In our song that me and my homegirl Kay got together, I literally started off, you know, almost taking out this world before I came into it.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I know about the struggle, boy. I had to deal with it since birth. You feel me?
I feel you. You know, that's an amazing story. I've known you a while. I didn't know that. Yeah. And I appreciate you going all the way back. All the way. So where were you born?
Arizona, Sierra Vista, Arizona.
Sierra Vista, Arizona.
Yeah.
How'd you get to Tampa? How and when?
When? Shit, bro. I was like 5 or 6, so it had to be like 2004, 2005, maybe.
Okay, born 99.
Yeah, I was born in 99. Right. So, my mom married a military man, and he was, I think, like stationed over here or something like that. Okay. Or I don't know. Yeah, I think he was just like stationed over here. So.
McDill or something, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So whatchamacallit, that's initially why we even came over here. You know, I got to meet my awesome stepsister. We used to butt heads all the time and fight and all that shit. But now we're cool. Like, that's my dog.
As you grow up. Yeah, as you grow up.
Yeah, you grow into it. You're like, you know what? You're not that bad. Yeah, right. But
so she's the aunt now.
Yeah, she had kids first though. Okay. So, but yeah, no, we came down here. We was here for like 2 years, and then my dad, the one that she married, he went off. I think he was an Afghan for a little while. So we was here while he was there. He'd, you know, come in on his visits when he was able to, like every 4 months, whatever it was. But then she started going to school. So when she went to school, whatever, my pops took me back to Arizona to stay with my grandma. My mom ended up meeting me down there later. I think I was there for like just 4th grade, so like a year. And then we moved to El Paso, Texas, because that's where Pops ended up getting stationed again. Gotcha. And then we was there from 5th, 6th, 7th grade. So like
military brat.
Yeah, military brat. Yeah.
My wife's a military brat too. I know that.
Bittersweet. It's like as soon as I got resonated in El Paso, that's also where my dad retired at after that. As soon as I got like cool with it, like I got family in El Paso, not like blood family. Well, I think I do actually, but like I made like, you know, my friends like my family.
Yeah.
And yeah, as soon as everything was getting settled in, I was like, yeah, bro, this is where I'm gonna be. And they're like, yeah, we're going back to Tampa. But there's like they don't want to stay there, They don't want to live in El Paso no more. They ain't got much support system. They ain't got much people to care about there. So they're like, yeah, we could just, where do we want to live? And the man she married, Jay, he's from Philly. Okay. Like, we ain't staying in Philly.
Gotcha.
We ain't going back to Arizona because where I'm from is like the size of like town and country. Like small. Yeah. Very small city in Sierra Vista, Arizona. So super small. And like, there's like, not much room for growth there, opportunity. So they're like, we ain't going there. So they're like, I mean, shit, we've stayed in Tampa before. We got a couple friends out there, just boom, go out there. So I've been here ever since 8th grade. So
graduated from what school?
Jefferson.
Jefferson. Okay. What was the goal after that? After you graduated, was it college? Was it
never was college?
Music?
Yeah, it was always music, bro. I think honestly.
Did you do music in high school?
Yeah, bro. Once senior year, I was pretty much locked in senior year for the most part as far as music. Like,
were you always 6'9"?
No, I haven't even reached that yet. Whatchamacallit, I don't know. I hope he's watching this someday. But there's some military man. You know how they used to send like little troops to school to try to recruit and shit like that? What you doing after high school? Doing the army. I'd always swear to him, like every time I see him, like, yeah, bro, 6 months from now I'm gonna be famous. 6 months from now I'm gonna be rich off music. I ain't never really put the work behind that shit. Right. I mean, I spent a lot of time writing, going to the studio. Like anybody who knows me, I'd be in the morning like locked into my phone, listening to a beat. Like fuck homework, fuck all that shit. This is my homework. I'm gonna make a song today. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a hit today. I'm gonna do.
So you're a writer?
Yeah, I mean, I freestyle a lot more nowadays, to be honest.
Freestyle and write?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't freestyle or can't freestyle.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I don't think you're a real MC if you can't freestyle. I mean, that's my opinion, and I'm more old school, maybe.
Yeah.
Because the real MCs back in the day, they were able to freestyle.
I think writing helps develop that though too. Like the more consistent you are making music, it kind of just easier for you to like get it out, and especially if you like experiencing life and connecting with people. Yeah, because like I feel like the reason why people can't freestyle because they ain't got shit to talk about, and it's easy to make up some shit on paper. But like if you get put on the stand right then and there and like say some real shit, they go, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's difficult.
It's difficult for them, bro. But at the same time, I don't know. It could just be like a speech impediment or some shit. Who knows?
so now, where do you get to freestyle? Do you freestyle right now? Do you go to any events and stuff like that? Or are you just really performing written songs right now?
Right now, so here's the thing, right? I'll go into a studio with nothing prepared, bro. Like, sometimes I'll have a beat, sometimes I won't, and I'll just be like, bro, like, I'll literally tell my engineer, like, you know what I'm saying? Here, choose out of these 3 beats that I just have on my phone or whatever the fuck. And I'll go in there and just punch in, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever I'm saying is just whatever comes to mind. Type shit. And then I'll perform that. So technically I'm performing freestyle.
Do you remember? I always thought that was difficult. Yeah. Because once you freestyle, it's gone. It's in and out.
Facts.
You're just flipping it. Now you have to learn. Lil Wayne used to say that.
Yeah. You got to relearn. I write my shit down.
Who do you look up to?
Lil Wayne's one of them, bro.
I was going to say.
Eminem. Montana 300.
Lil Wayne, Eminem, Montana 300.
Yeah,
tap in.
I used to be a huge 50 Cent fan. I think that's initially what got me into
50.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know where the hell it comes from. You won't catch me listening to him today. No offense to bro, but I think it was like his mannerism, and I think I understood. Now that I'm looking back at it, like I was kind of like into like how he was taking so much different avenues. Like I used to play his damn video game that he used to have.
I'm not up on the 50 video game.
Bro, he had a fucking video game, bro. That shit was fire. Really? It was dope.
What was it called?
Dope, bro. Shit.
Any idea? What system was it on? Was it
I had it on
PlayStation
PS2? PS2, yeah.
Okay. But, all right, so you a gamer?
Not anymore. I got a fucking PlayStation and like 8 games just sitting there collecting dust.
Really? Yeah, I mean, you got a kid baby now, so it's a little different.
I'll tell you that much. You get me on the sticks, I'm learning the game and I'm whooping that ass as soon as I figure it out.
You know, people make so much money nowadays just twitching and gaming.
Oh, yeah.
Especially people with, good personalities, like you.
Yeah.
So
it makes you want a game. Shit, when you see that,
right,
you get to sit on your damn what?
I know. It makes me want to do that too. I haven't played a video game in 10 years at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you used to play when you did?
I don't even want to say it because it's too old. You may not even ever heard
My
of
Little
it.
Pony or something.
Not My Little Pony. I used like GoldenEye. Do you remember?
Yeah.
GoldenEye was my shit back in the day.
Yeah,
We would have four of us playing GoldenEye.
That shit was hard.
I just remember like Super Nintendo and games like that, Game Boy, stuff like that. I really, by the time like PlayStation and all that came, I was done.
Yeah.
You're 99, I'm 81.
Yeah.
A little different.
For sure.
The time, like I played Atari.
Yeah.
Like that. I think that's the first one. I don't know if that's that may be like one of the first systems. Yeah. I was playing Atari. I played Nintendo. I remember getting Super Nintendo and stuff like that. But as long as I've been, my like childhood, I was really super into fashion. Yeah. And that was just, it might be a New York thing. I don't know. But like when we were in high school, every day was a fashion show. It felt like a runway. Yeah. Like everything had to match. It was really, as I got older, it was like almost an impediment. Yeah. Because I wouldn't like go out. I wouldn't go to Walmart. I wouldn't unless I was like fresh as I could be and matching. Now I like relaxed on it. Yeah. But I still have always had that passion for fashion. I wish that I had products, things like this, because it matches every outfit. Yeah, facts. Right? When I was young, back in high school and stuff like that. Maybe you feel the same. How was your high school days? Was it similar to that? Was it a fashion show? Were you into that? Or were you into like just, you was too cool for school? I was never a huge fashion dude, bro. I think I really kept it mad simple. Okay. I mean, I feel like I used to look crazy as fuck too. I don't know why the hell motherfuckers would hype me up, but like my freshman year, I was a big jogger freak, bro. Like I had all different jean joggers, fucking black and white, blue and yellow. Like I had mad joggers. So that was popular, the jogger jumpsuits? Yeah, I'd wear joggers with a fucking jean jacket. Lord knows why, and fucking like a plain t-shirt, simple t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I thought I was the coolest kid. I had a little high top, rocking a little high top at one point, looked like a kid and playing shit. Nice. Like it was, I don't know, bro. I look back at them pictures, like bro, I look funky as hell. Right. Like, I look better in school uniform than I did. Did you have to wear a uniform? Middle school, yeah. In middle school, you had to do the uniform. Parts of elementary, yeah. My daughter had to do the uniform. Up until this year. This was her first year. Right. But what she would do is do you know the sticky straps? Have you seen a sticky strap before? She would wear the sticky straps on her, and I talked about this yesterday, but she would wear her sticky straps on her book bag. I promise you, I thought she was going to get into trouble because all her friends were trying to buy the patches right off her. Right. So if you're like in your uniform every day, there's nothing unique. There's nothing. Yeah. So that sticky strap, just get whatever book bag you have, you strap that on there, and now you can have some personality. Yeah. Right. So that's one of the reasons why I love that, and I thought that it really made sense. Smart. And y'all got the full backpack now, right? Now we have the full backpack. That took it to another level, 100%. I think that's what kids really express themselves through uniforms is either the backpack or their shoes. I agree with you. That shoe game was a huge thing, but I could care less. Like I'll wear Vans, fucking Pumas, fucking $60 shoes if they look cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was never like a huge sneakerhead. Like I remember there was this one chick. I think it was like my 8th grade year or whatever. Funniest thing to me. My homeboy at the time was all like, yeah, messing with Shorty, like. Yo, bro, she fucks with any guy with sneaker game, and I was like, okay. So that was her. Yeah, she hit me up, and like she was like rocking with me and shit, and then she was like, yeah, literally asked me like, what type of shoes you got? What are those? Yeah, and I was all like, well, like it was through the phone, so I was like, oh, well, I got these. The first Jordans I ever had was Flights, bro. Okay. So I never had like year brand, name brand shit until I started getting more into the Flights were dope though. Yeah, the Flights were cool, bro. But I guess Flights were just like low standard for her. She's like, they're like the Shaqs or something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got these Flights, I got these Adidas, I got these Vans and shit, bro. I never heard back from her. I swear to God. After I sent her what shoes I had, bro, it was like, yeah. Send her a picture. Yeah, she's like, yeah, that's called a kick pick. Yeah. You said Shorty a a kick pick.
Got them kick picks and got dubbed, bro. She was like, wow, you're a shrimp. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, shit, bro. It worked out for me.
It worked out.
You know what I'm saying? I'm with who I'm with now, bro. Happier than ever.
Now your girl, how long have you guys been together?
6
years.
6 going on.
And you're how old are you?
25.
So you met her right after high school?
Yeah, on some shit, yeah.
Okay.
My job.
At your job.
Crazy story, you know, you boy had a spit game and shit. But it was like, I was working at a gas station that her mom worked across the street from. So she was always there. But like she'd get her after school, boom, stop there for gas, whatever. And I think I like talked to her mom or whatever one time, and she's like, "Yeah, this is my daughter." And I was like, "Oh, hey, you know, I used to be a lot more friendlier back in the day. I talk to whoever.
I think you're friendly. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a vibe catcher now. Back then, I'll try to give you the vibes and be like, "I don't care if you're having a bad day." You know what I'm saying? You're gonna resonate off me. But now I'm like, if you're having a bad day, just soaking your sorrows. Like, if I don't know you, at least, you know what I'm saying? I deal with your shit. But I was chopping it up with them, whatever. Then like I started seeing them a little more frequently. And then I guess she told her mom, like, oh, yeah, he's cute, whatever. So, you know, the mom's, you know, hey, yeah, my daughter, you know.
Really? So mom set it up?
Somewhat. She never really said, like, hey, my daughter likes you or anything like that. Right. It was just kind of like, you know, she'd always bring her around.
Gotcha.
So freaking boom. One day she came after her senior photos or whatever. Because she was in senior year right after I graduated. So she was
looking as good as she could look after the photos.
She was like, look, dressed up. She's like, look, yeah, this is my photos. I was like, oh, man, you look great. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was like, you know, I'm tired of seeing you at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I take you somewhere outside of it?
Wow, that's a good one. I'm tired of seeing you in this location.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look my best. You know what I'm saying?
You're giving everybody game right now. Hey, I don't look my best. I'm tired of seeing you. You know what I'm saying? In this atmosphere,
you gotta be smooth with it. It was like
switch the location.
I know niggas on there like, you bad, shorty. You bad. Hey, I got a couple hundred. Play it smooth, be cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's girls out there for that. But if you want to find a wife, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't think he was looking for a wife. He was 19.
Yeah, I was 18 actually.
He was 18, 19. You was looking to have fun, but
funny thing is, like, she hit me with the "What are we?" one day, and I was like, I was like, if we keep this up, you could be my future wife. You know what I'm saying? But after that, you know, I'm not looking for nothing. Gave her the whole spiel, but then we had a small trauma moment when we got in a car accident. On the way to our date, I was going to take her to the movies.
Wow. Together?
Yeah, I was going to the movies.
You was driving?
I was driving.
So it was your fault.
I blamed her because
wow.
it was one of those lights where it's like it was like a three shit, whatever.
You better tell the truth.
I'm telling the truth. She knows. I always say to this story, it's my story and I'm sticking to it. Freaking it was like, you know how you get the green arrow, you get the green arrow, right? And then when the green arrow goes, it's like you got to yield to oncoming, right?
Right.
It was Matt. So, you know, I'm a fresh driver. It's my first car for real, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting at the light because I didn't have the green arrow, but it was a green light. She was like, I was just sitting there or whatever, just chilling. There was no cars coming.
Okay.
But she was like, hey, you know, you can go, right? I was like, oh, word? She's like, yeah, like, it's just, you got to, you know, yield to oncoming traffic. I was like, all right, cool. So as soon as I started to go, all of a sudden a car appears.
Wow.
And I was like, you know, I went off your word. Like, okay. I could have just sat there until I got the green arrow. So I blamed her. But no, it wasn't like.
You guys made it through.
We made it through, bro. We survived. Bro was cool about it because he said I was cool about it. But he was trying to, he was like playing tough guy for a second. I felt bad though because bro car got totaled.
Really?
Completely totaled.
So it was that bad?
Yeah, his car got completely totaled. My car just had a dent over the tire. Gotcha. I had it was called a Kia Amante or something like that.
Okay.
So it kind of looked like a Jaguar. It's like a real classic looking car. I love that car. But I guess that bill was built for tough because I literally had like a dent over my tire. Right. That was it. His fender was pushed in. Wow. It smoked. He spun, all that shit. But I think what made the difference was by the time he hit me, I was almost like parallel with my lane.
Okay.
So it's kind of like he ran into a brick wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because all I heard her go, no. So I knew, I was like, look, you know, I'm just going to, you know what I'm saying? Let me stop moving. I don't know what the hell going on. And he just, wow, it hit her side. So I'm over here like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, are you okay? All this shit. Meanwhile, he spun out a little bit. Smoke came from the car. Right. I'm like slowly driving forward. Like, is he dead? Like, I hope I ain't just killed this man. Right. I saw the car start moving. I was like, all right, I'll turn around now. You know what I'm saying?
You got lucky.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I turn around.
You're blessed. You're blessed.
Definitely blessed. I turn around and bro was like, yo.
You got to get through them obstacles.
Yeah.
Scylla, you got to get through them obstacles. There's going to be those obstacles. They're going to be good. They're going to be bad.
We here.
But you got to get through the hard times to get to the good times.
Hey, we still got to our date, though. So you still watched our movie.
Really? You kept going?
Yeah, no, we helped him out because obviously, you know.
I love that.
Partially our fault. Bro was living. He saw me pull up. He's like, your car ain't got shit. My car. Like, he was snapping. So, you know, I had to mediate. Calm him down, whatever.
Right.
And yeah, it was a whole story behind that, but I ain't gonna get too deep into it.
All right, well, you made it through. That's all that matters,
bro.
You're here today.
Our first accident will always be a good memory.
Fact, yeah,
sweet,
sure, bro.
But have you had more accidents? You said that's your first accident.
Oh yeah, no, she had one little small fender bender when I was asleep.
All right, we don't need. Well, you was asleep.
Yeah,
so she can't blame that on you then.
Yeah, no, it was her that time. Yeah, she woke me up like, babe, what do I do? He's asking for money.
Asking for money.
Like,
no.
She pulled out a couple hundred and gave it to him. And I was all like, when I finally came to, I was like, what the fuck happened?
Right.
I was like, I bet he didn't have insurance. That's why he said, give me cash.
Right.
Like,
sometimes a couple $. I've done that. I've had that happen before.
Yeah. But it was like, no, bro didn't
somebody
have
bumped me.
Damage,
yeah, somebody bumped me and they gave me like a snack.
Wow.
Just to go away.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take that. I had a little bump on a car that I didn't care much about anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had like a beat up ass little fucking box Toyota and freaking like smallest dent, bro. Like the smallest dent on his back fender. And I guess he was causing a fucking scene.
Right.
And it was making her nervous and shit. Gotcha. My homeboy was freaking.
And you're knocked out.
Yeah, we was faded, bro.
You was drunk?
No.
Tipsy? High?
Yeah.
On something else.
On some shit. But like we was just getting over it.
Just living your life.
Like, yeah, we was just getting over it. So it was like to calm down, sleep.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? We was just coma down here. Yeah, we didn't even know what happened until she woke us up like, hey.
So she got an accident, you're still sleeping.
Still sleeping, yeah, bro.
That's how hard you was sleeping.
Yeah, but that's just how small the impact was. It was just like a little beat. Like you can tell.
All right.
Sitting here like, why'd you give him money? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't know what to do. I was like,
she did what she had to do.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I guess, bro.
All right. Well, we'll ask her how that second accident, if that's a good memory.
Yeah, she got to come on here. She got a business and stuff she can talk about.
That's true. She does have business. Anybody is invited. I don't even care if you have a business. I don't.
Right, yeah.
This is not business oriented. Yeah. This is for fun.
Yeah, but I'd like for her to.
This shit is for fun. All this is for fun.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. Yeah. Like he's got the Ray's the only one. You are the only one, Ray, with a sticky vest or jacket. We haven't even dropped them yet.
Exclusive. Get at me.
Like
boys.
That's how exclusive it is. That Ray's the only one that has that in public.
Yeah,
he was the first one. He's always supported. That's why we're here today, supporting him.
Yeah, shout out Savage Baby, bro.
His family.
Honestly.
Savage Baby is who connected us.
Yes.
Yeah, Savage Baby definitely always supported. We've done a bunch of stuff with Savage Baby, but he's been through some things with his life and his family, and we always support that.
All right.
And we'd love to have him on here. Add him to the list, please. I have a list of 50 people that I wanted to add, and all I did was go on Instagram.
He's gonna come in with Jay-Z.
Yeah,
yeah,
really. I mean, is he on the list? Add Savage Baby to the list, right next to Hove and Tupac. No, not Tupac. Tupac was one of my favorite. I don't know if you know, but we are currently we have a couple pretty big collabs, in my opinion, with the Outlaws.
Yeah,
who's Tupac's group. That's a beautiful one. We have 5 patches in that collaboration. Those hats are on sale right now. We want to, sell out that collection.
Right.
We also just did the Onyx. I don't know. Do you know who Onyx is? Are you familiar with Outlaws?
Yeah.
You're East Coast, right? You were South, but you're East Coast.
Yeah.
I think Outlaws obviously was West Coast. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but you've definitely heard their songs. And then Onyx, it doesn't get more East Coast than Onyx.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they were one of the hardest in the 90s. Like, there's no doubt about that. I was probably 12 bumping Onyx, and they were like, you know, they were so just kind of gritty, and they were bald. So I even I kind of just feel better now. Yeah, like we're more connected now. But they've agreed to do a collaboration with us too, and we have 9 patches in that one. And
how did that come about? Like y'all just reached out to him?
Look,
I threw the Onyx on it.
That's a dope patch right there. The Molotov crazy. Cocktail.
That's really crazy.
We have Sticky has an agent.
Okay.
Our agent is in Hollywood. Shout out Stop the Bank. Definitely connect with them. Not just that he can do a lot of like brand collaborations, but also music, also acting. He does music and acting. He also does real estate out there in Hollywood, Cali. Oh. Just a great person and great connections.
Right.
You know, I think he has the connections because of the type of person he is. Yeah. That he shows up. He's easy to reach. Great communication. If he says something, he does it. Right. Which are all things that I really cherish in people. You do the same thing. Kay does the same thing. Mark does the same thing. And I don't really mess with people that don't. Right. And I know that sometimes, but sometimes shit happens. Yeah. Right. We almost got we had some stuff that you couldn't make it to, and I wasn't happy. But we're here today. Right. We didn't, it didn't have anything to do with your character. It was just how I felt that day. Right. So, I don't hold it against you. And I know that you were dealing with stuff.
That day pissed me off.
See, this is real though. This is why I do this. Yeah. I want to have these, I want to say this type of shit. Yeah. Right. Because this is not, these type of things not said. We never had the real conversation like, hey, I was pissed that day. It had nothing to do with you. I know you couldn't make it. You got caught up in some shit.
That shit was whack.
I agree. And, we're trying to connect. And that's why the next time you asked, I said, let's try it again. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And I'll continue doing that. If you guys aren't doing anything, you may want to consider coming to the Super Bowl thing. We're vending.
I've seen tailgating like outside that joint.
Yeah, that should be popping.
That should go crazy. What day is that?
No, it's not tailgating. It's if you're not doing anything for the Super Bowl. Oh. Go on Ben Franco. He's running it as far as I'm aware.
I've seen him.
You know Ben?
Kid. Yeah, I've seen him and Kid gonna be there. Famous Kid Brick.
Yeah, Brick. Where you see Ben, you see Brick. Where you see Brick, you see Ben. But they are. Ben's the one that connected, me with it. But I'm vending at the event during the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. It should be popping. Ian Wilder. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ian Wilder is the one that's like kind of the main. I think he runs a football academy, for kids. So there will be kids there, but there will be a lot of adults there. I think it's an open bar, free bar all night. You have to buy a ticket, but you get free bar all night, hanging out with a bunch of, football players and just kind of finding something more than just sitting in your living room, right. Sure. So we're going to pull up there like we always do, a bunch of products, bunch of patches, and have some fun.
When is that?
It's on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Sunday at 5. It's right here in Tampa. You may already have something scheduled.
But work. That's all.
Work. Yeah. So what do you do? What's your day job?
Sprouts, bro.
Sprouts.
I'm in the meat department.
Okay, good.
I'll be
that's what I was saying.
And cutting shit.
Yeah, if you were single, you'd be like, I work in the meat department, honey.
Package everything you need.
About that meat package. Excuse me, sorry about that. You could edit that out.
Chicken sausage.
So Sprouts. So that's like a 9 to 5.
Yeah. It's my day job for sure.
Okay, and then you're still pushing the rap career, stuff like that. What do you have going right now with that?
So as far as music goes, artistry wise.
So you're not a rapper, you're an artist.
I'm an artist, bro. I can take different lanes, different avenues. I mean, I can rap.
You can't sing.
Come on now. I'm not the best with my vocals. I'm still working on my vocal,
You got vocal lessons right now?
I want to. That's my next step, honestly. Okay. But I haven't been too big like on the artistry tip. Like, bro, like I got hella music that I haven't dropped. But I think really with me, it's just all timing, bro. My biggest thing right now is just establishing the network, the connections, the business, you know, like y'all, you know what I'm saying, connecting with y'all.
So you're still super young. You have,
dumb young.
You know, how old are you?
25.
25. Yeah. I mean, you're right in that lane right now.
I'm in my prime.
You're in your prime.
Unk, but I'm in my prime years. I ain't unk yet.
Right.
Give me 5 more years.
Yeah, no, you're in your prime. You got time to make that happen.
Yeah.
Just continue pursuing it. Don't give up
and
on
like,
it.
I got real big plans for certain releases that take, you know, a lot of money and resources that I don't have at the moment. So I'm not really pressed against it. My thing is, bro, I want to start putting out quality. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people be like consistency, you know, but your deliverance is important too. You know what I'm saying? I can drop music.
You're independent, right?
Yeah. Okay. I can drop music back to back. You know, I got hella songs just sitting in the vault. I can just drop them if I wanted to. I want to, you know, I've been focusing more on having like a rollout for them. You know what I'm saying? So proper promotion, proper marketing, having a budget set aside to push it once it releases, music video, things of that nature.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Once I have all my, you know, eggs in one basket, you know what I'm saying? Like I have a video or two for these songs, then I can push it out, have a couple hundred to market it, push it out. Cause bro, I realize like the music industry is 90% business, 10% music.
Right, of course.
So if I'm putting 100% just in the music, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It can only get me so far, right? So like as far as things I got going on now, I connected with my dog A to the V.
A to the V.
A to the V.
Shout out A to the V.
Y'all go check him out.
Tap in
with my boy. He started.
What does he do? Is he an artist?
Yeah, he's an artist.
Okay.
He focuses a lot on his artistry, but he's business oriented as well. He took a trip out to Austin, Texas last year for South by Southwest. Took a trip.
I saw something.
And got
guys are.
Yeah, he got connected with them boys out there. So when he came back. Sometime last year he came back and I met him at this media group. I don't know what to call them. It's a collective group of I think it's like 3-4 of them on the team. I don't know. They might have more, but I only know 2 by face.
Okay.
My boy Geesh. They have this performance platform called Blackout Bars.
Okay.
Dope people, dope setup, dope content. They're doing their thing out here. Geesh is fire with the music videos. That's probably my next step is doing a music video with him.
Shout out Geesh.
Shout out Geesh. But that's where I met A to the V. Me and Kay did a performance there, and A to the V was there as well. He pulled me to the side like, yeah, bro, like, you know, I can get you on tours. I can get you to open for headliners. That's dope. I was like, look, bro, that's cool and all that. I respect that. But instead of being an artist on that end, I'd like to be like a business partner on that end.
Okay.
Because, you know, I withhold knowledge, and I think a lot of like the biggest thing about me is like I just want to be on the business side. Like, I can be an artist. Obviously, you know, I got the talent, I got what it takes, I got, you know, the bars, the persistency, but I'd like to be able to build a platform to just expose other artists before me. Like, I don't mind.
I see that too. You've always been a proponent of having a team.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
You know, talking up other artists.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, not just about yourself. And you featured. I've seen you featured on a lot of songs.
Yeah.
I think Soto, KK, a bunch of multiple people. You always showed that love. So this year, what are your goals?
Establish myself in a different state, which is why I'm taking the opportunity to go to South by Southwest with A to the V.
Okay.
This year, you know.
So when is that?
That's going to be mid-March. I think it's like March 11th through the 16th.
Okay, so soon.
Soon, yeah, bro. So, you know, artists looking to brand themselves in another state, bro, like definitely tap in with us, man. It's an opportunity to hit different platforms at different stages with hundreds of people, bro. Like, you know, it's a huge opportunity. Like, I know some people be skeptical to pay to perform, quote unquote, but it's like, look at it as like investing into yourself, right? Because it makes money it takes money to make money.
It takes money to make money. And any dollar that you spend on yourself, and this is free game, and this, if you don't notice, now you notice, it's a business write-off. Right? Just going to there, you better keep all your receipts, your hotel receipt, your flight receipt, your food receipt, the cost to perform. All that's a write-off at the end of the year. And that gets written off of you may have a day job. You're going to pay taxes.
Right.
That gets written right off of that.
Right.
So if that's a career and that's your business, spend that money. Spend that money.
A lot of people overlook
to show
themselves at LLC. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm working on that too. I'm not perfect, but definitely establish yourself with the IRS as a business entity.
Right.
And like you said, bro, you can write all that shit off. So it's going to come back to you, probably not as soon as you would want it to, but it's going to come back to you.
Right.
And even not in money, but just, you know what I'm saying? Not just currency, but like in love, respect, and networking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Going to another state and showing your talents, bro, and people can resonate with that.
Right.
Like, a lot of, bro, I don't think people realize, but I think you get a lot more love out of town, bro.
Yeah.
Ironically, right? Like you want, you know what I'm saying? You'd want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out my boy Pusha Preem, whatever. He's not. I don't
shout out
Preem. He's not from Tampa,
New York.
He's from New York, but he gets mad. Not to say he doesn't get any love in New York, but like he gets mad love in Tampa, bro.
Yes, I mean this is where he lives. Yeah. I think this is where he pushes. But I know that he's done shows in New York.
Yeah,
he has a sticky bucket.
Worldwide Cream. Yeah.
He's done some sticky stuff with us before. He's given us shout outs, and he has the Brooklyn. Yeah, I think he actually has this patch, the Brooklyn, you know, the Snipes, and he has all the font. So he showed love too. But yeah, Preem definitely.
Yeah, man. I think it's really about just taking that risk, bro. Like, I know it's like some people are just not in the right position to do so. Right. Shit, I'm barely in the right position. I just got put on to help curate these events like 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it was kind of just like a drop on the ball. But one thing bro told me, because I was like, one of my reasons for not going was I just had a kid. You know, I don't want to leave mom. I don't want to leave baby boy behind. And I guess they could come with me, but she'd still be alone because I'd have to be out curating. And
it's a lot. It's a lot traveling, especially with a newborn, a couple months old.
So
that's
I think
a lot.
She'd be better at home.
Papa's a Rolling Stone. You got to make those moves.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the truth is, you know, if you do hit, they benefit.
They're taken care of. So that's my motive. You know, everyone can find their own motive, but whether it's like your family, just to better yourself, get yourself in a new position, just take that extra step forward, bro. You got to take these opportunities. And if it costs a little money, it costs a little money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it happens. It's just a business world of it, bro.
Spend the money.
I don't know anybody blowing up right now that just got put on for free.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe they got sponsored, or, you know, they got to advance, but you still got to pay that shit back.
I know
you still got to make your moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I was telling you about our agent. He was saying, you know, nowadays you kind of have to be established already, you know, to even be signed by somebody for them to, you have to already have a following. They're like, what's your Instagram? Your Instagram is your resume. Yeah. Right. That you don't even need a written resume anymore. Like
when I'm in the music industry.
Yeah. When I, even in my industry, people are always asking me, what's your Instagram? That's what they want to see. 'Cause that's like the engagement. Right. Right. But it's also fake. We all know that it's not like you could buy likes, you can buy friends, right? So I'm
a victim,
right? Everybody is, and you want to be as real as you can be. But at the end of the day, you have to work within that system too. So, you know, I see a lot, you know, for you this year, and if we can continue connecting. We have a bunch of events that we're going to be trying to do in Tampa that we'd love you to be involved with one way or another. Yeah. We've talked about trying to do some type of, you know, concert and stuff like that.
Yeah, Crave.
We've talked about that before.
I still want to do that. I think that would be dope. I think honestly,
just let us know if you could make anything happen. Let us know. We'll pull up, show up, and vice versa.
Yeah, right. Like I said, right now it's South by Southwest is the focus, and then right after that it's the 420 event. The second annual one with my boy Red Eye. It's gonna be like his. I don't know how many.
Shout out Red Eye.
But my second annual 420 event that I'm hosting and being a part of. Last
year was great. You was the MC.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You did great too.
Yeah, that's me. Hostess with the mostest.
You know, that's not easy too.
No, it's fun
you
though.
You gotta have confidence and
it's fun, bro. Like,
swag.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. I think it was like I love bringing a lot of people together, bro. And it was to the point where I had people mad at me that they didn't go because, you know, we did like invite only for a lot of it.
Okay.
And you know, I couldn't get to everyone's message, but there's a couple people I was able to get to, and I guess there's like miscommunication or whatever. So after
I want to start a little earlier this year.
Yeah.
You know,
promotion wise, that's why we're trying to lock in the location as soon as we can. Like we had one in mind, but then that went left, and then we've just been trying to.
So you did it at Dignitary.
Yeah, we love to do it.
Shout out Ian.
Shout out Ian and Dignitary. But we love to do it there again, bro. We love to do it again. Then I feel like they have the community for it, so it's kind of like, you know, it worked out perfectly. It did last time. Yeah. would like a better setup because this year's supposed to be a lot bigger. Like I said, we have somebody who's going to help us curate from New York.
Interesting.
And I guess they have a big thing going on in New York that they do.
420 event?
No, not just 420, just in general. Like he runs a lot of events, do big events over there, and I guess he's had celebrity guests and things of that nature. I haven't seen the proof yet, but apparently they had Shaq out freaking one time.
Okay.
So
Shaq's
he's giving names that big.
Okay.
We're doing.
I mean, that would be nice to have somebody like that in Tampa.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I don't know if I'll pull up to a 420 event, but
you'd be surprised. Man. You might be surprised, bro.
Maybe. I know that.
Might have to weed them
Kevin
out.
Durant come to the 420 event,
right? But freaking yeah. Apparently, we're gonna do the musical contest like we did last time. Same performance contest. Best performance get a prize. I think this year's prize is a distribution deal. And this is a shout out to the person from New York. He said
that's dope.
So distribution deal, a billboard out there in New York, and I think one other thing. I'm not sure.
But we're always down. We've done it multiple times, but we're down to give a little package.
Yeah. Right. That can
gift
be
package. Add that in, that sticky pack.
Throw that in there as the winner's pack. But yeah, he's apparently bringing celebrity judges. So depending who the celebrities are, I mean, regardless, it's just going to be a big turnout. Bigger than last year. I expected. So,
let's go.
Definitely you're welcome to be part of it like you were last time.
Yeah, I'll be a celebrity judge. That's fine. For sure.
But yeah, bro, it's South by Southwest 420, and after that, I feel like it's just gonna open a lot of avenues, a lot of windows, because last 420 I was able to connect with a few people that are like, yo, bring me on next time.
Gotcha.
And we've been asked for an event between then. You know what I'm saying? This event ain't really found opportunity because baby was coming up. He still has
this was a big year for you.
Yeah, it was a huge year, lovely year, miracle year. But this year is reestablishing myself as an artist, as a business entity, and just kind of making things move, bro. So I can be able to support them.
Yeah. Now you got a reason.
Better, yeah.
You got more reasons to really hit right now, but
more motive. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's why I call that my motivation. So.
All right. Well, I always appreciate you.
Yeah.
Coming through, just showing up, telling me more about you. I learned a lot about you today.
Yeah.
That I didn't know. And I think the viewership might have learned a lot too. All 3 people that are on our live right now probably learned a lot. No, I don't know. There's probably a couple thousand. But let's do it again.
Yeah.
In a couple months, I want to hear back
on what happened.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you have some patches. You've over the time, you've probably just, curated more patches. So I just want to get an understanding of the patches that you have. Why do you have those patches? What, do they mean anything to you? Why did you choose those?
Some of them, I just think that looks cool. I mean,
that's fine.
Lion though.
The lion,
the jungle, or not the jungle.
The lion.
I don't know. It just represents strength to me. You know what I'm saying? Resilience, strength. Father lions. I don't know if you ever see how they act, but they're definitely they're like family men for real. Like they gonna do whatever do to protect their cub and their wife, and they stand on that.
I like
one
that.
Thing where I like the lion.
Yeah,
you already know what this means. You know what I'm saying? I've slowed down a lot.
Are you Jamaican? You a Rasta?
Oh, I smoke like them, or I used to. 420 club member.
I'm being told that lion is the guardian of Zion.
Yeah. Iron Lion Zion.
So we'll add that there.
Yeah, for sure. Right?
You're a 420 club member. All day, every day.
I think in sign language, I think it's like this. It means love. I know this is more like rock on, but I do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? I think it means I love you or something like that.
I mean, when people take pictures nowadays, they throw this up.
Gang, rock on. But I do this. I do this. It's all love. All peace and
you throw the love up.
Yeah, I do it this way. I don't know if this is a gang sign.
Maybe we'll make one that's like that.
But yeah.
Right?
Gang signs are just fucking sign language altered.
Right.
And I got a QR code just in case anybody asks what Sticky is or where can they get this shit at. They can just scan this shit right here.
I love the QR codes. The QR codes, make sense.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't everybody who has a business get a QR code? So, I told you this before, but this is a billboard.
Yeah.
What you're wearing is a billboard. These are billboards that you can change every day, right? To match what event you're doing, what your mood is, what your outfit is. Right?
I literally told my brother the other day because I was on the phone with him. He was looking for a hat to buy or some shit
Right.
like that. I was like, what you need to do is get you a sticky hat,
Get you a
bro.
sticky. Stop playing.
Yeah, bro. He's all like, you know what? He's like, oh yeah, that's that one brand you was telling me about, right? I was like, yeah, bro. You can literally pop out with a new hat every day. He's like, damn, you right. Send me that link. Send me that link because you're not lying. I could literally just have a new hat all the fucking time.
That's facts.
Like, exactly, bro. Like, the fuck, what are you looking for a hat for? We can have one, and it's like a new one every day.
Exactly.
Like,
one hat, 1,000 patches is 1,000 hats. You know, the math is crazy because if you have one hat and 5 patches, sure, you can wear one at a time. You can wear 2 at a time. You wear 3 at a time. You wear 4. You wear 5. You put some underneath.
It makes me think
it's probably hundreds of different designs when you have just a couple patches.
That shit just made me think of that like combination tree. I guess.
Me too. It's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Right. If you have 5 patches, you have 100 something options to do different designs. Right. And you know, for me, I have 3 businesses, right? I have my real estate business, or the property management business. That's one. So that's why I leave my phone here, because I like it. If somebody calls me for real estate, I might ask you, hold on. You know, some people wear many hats. I wear many patches. I'll just put my real estate one on. I'll put my real estate hat on and I'll answer the phone. Yes, close a deal right here and then keep it moving, right? I might get a call on the property management, or I might have to go show a rental property, right? Just switch it up. And then if I want to be myself, be my sticky, my passion, passion, I throw that on. So, and these are, we do original designs. I don't know if you've ever seen some of these.
No, I have not. It's 420 somewhere. That's hard.
It's 420 somewhere.
That's a mascot.
A mascot head?
Yeah.
You want to be the head?
I'll wear the head.
He'll wear the goddamn. You know, I'm trying to. We talked to Alibaba, and they don't really speak to easily. We don't. You know, I've been trying to get a mascot head. I'm working on that. I know one of the. We need one. I know one of the best mascots. Shout out Toab Tina. Shout out Toab Tina. She's a great mascot. I met her in New York. She did college. She did a bunch of, you know, she's trying to get on heavy, but she's not only mad cool, she can dance. She, you know, when she was performing on stage, she slipped a little bit. All right. And this is real. I keep it real. And Tina knows I keep it real. She slipped a little bit, kept going. Yeah. Just jumped right back in, got right back into the moves. And everybody was like, damn, Tina, you killed that shit. Yeah. You know, because sometimes there's obstacles, so you might slip. And if you slip and you fall and you lay down and you stop, then you know that ended your career. Yep. But if you keep going, then nothing can stop you. Yeah. Right? She was on stage doing it, performing, and I had so much more respect for her and appreciated her so much more after she, you know, had that little slip up and kept going. I was like, she's gangster. She kept
showed the vulnerability a little.
Showed the vulnerability and showed that.
Perfect, but I still get to it. Yeah.
She came over and I was like, great job, T. She was like, I know I slipped, and I was like, but you kept going, girl. So big shout out to her. Man. I met her at Sig the Trig, which I'd love to connect. Like Sig should come out here because we got so many talented artists out here. You know, somebody like Sig. Too. Yeah, she's got so many connections. She knows everybody in New York. She's on her way all the way up. I see 2025 being big for her too. Hopefully we can get her maybe here, but at least, you know, on a live, you know, just kind of tapping in. But
you take this shit on the road.
Yes, sir. You know, I mean, I was like, I need everybody to just come right here because it's so comfortable. Yeah. And the Louis chairs, like I found the Louis chairs, and then everything else just came together. Right. When I found these Louis chairs, I was like, it's done. I know what we're chilling in. I know what we're sitting in. Yeah. And just these extra little things just kind of make the scene right. I was gonna put like alcohol here and stuff like that, but. Are we taking shots? Are we drink champs? I mean, we always have a shot. I got so much alcohol. It's crazy. I do have this, which I'm gonna use. Just this will be the first episode. We could maybe end it or something like this. This is always fun. Maybe just the guys, but get stuck with Sticky. Don't shake your head. Don't shake your head and say no. Get stuck with Sticky. Say what you want to say. You could rap. You could freestyle into that. And I think every guy likes it.
Go ahead.
I'm bringing out the megaphone today.
What are you talking about? Cabs ahead. I remember I used to watch this shit all the time.
I know we're getting off topic right now, but we like the megaphone.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, get stuck with Sticky. Get with me.
You already know.
In the city. The way we move is shifty.